Okay, we are live. Okay, we are
Good evening, everyone. This is Story Time with Scrappy and Friends, and my name is ScrappyFan92. With me today are Harry and Tanner.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, we apologize for our relative radio silence again. Schedules have just continued to be what's the word?
Just
Schedules have been kind of just
Eclectic.
eclectic. Yeah, that's good. Thank you. Yeah, I was on break from my internship for 2 weeks, but no one showed up outside of I think Saber showed
Oh
me
yeah,
part way through.
yeah,
yeah. That's kind of my fault. I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, you're one person out of several.
yeah. We
Your
should have done something.
C's brain consistently disappointing me as a team effort.
I think the most like that I did was get Scrappy for a brawl stream.
And Harry did like the longest Lego Star Wars stream ever yesterday. I'm not
Yeah,
sure why.
yeah. I'm never doing that again.
Actually, I'm looking at. I'm an idiot. I've been looking at Harry's stream, Harry's Twitch channel the whole time instead of the C's brain Twitch channel.
Oh, do you want me to send a link to these C's Twitch?
I have it now.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Cool.
I was like, wait, I'm not seeing any new footage. I'm just seeing the old Lego Star Wars stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's not the right stream.
And this is why we don't have viewers, because even I don't look at it.
You don't have viewers because of me. You don't have viewers because of at least every 5 minutes I'm going to say something that would put us on a watch list.
Yeah.
We could. There are. I mean, gosh, the year 2 episode is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Well,
was like, we're just gonna make a freaking. Let's just rewatch every episode and just come up. Let me just write down a list of everything we need to apologize for in year 2.
Just put an entire dude. No, I was thinking just do an entire deleted scenes of everything I said, but it's just a loud beep throughout.
Oh God.
Yeah. It was months ago, but I still feel like I owe Common an apology. Just.
Oh right.
Oh gosh.
Right, yeah.
I'd
To be
like
fair,
to.
we should have just read that ahead of time.
I
Yeah.
did. I'm an idiot. That's the problem. Like, I don't like having my foot in my mouth, but had that
Well-
foot straight in.
Yeah. By the way,
yeah.
feel free to take that sentence out of context, everyone.
Huh. Oh well, what's done is done.
Yeah.
Straight in. Sorry. We're going to get caught. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I'm so
God.
sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh gosh. Okay. All right. I feel better now.
Okay, that's good.
All right. So, hi everyone. We're going to read another Mario story, not by me. You may applaud now. It's something that was written back in the halcyon days of 2008 that I just happened to read in my youth. But it's something I enjoyed reading back. It's something I recall enjoying back when I read it, and yeah, I thought we needed something. We need something that just Tanner and I could probably read, and something that could get me kind of reacclimated to my own Mario voice because it's been a while.
Uh-huh.
So, this is Future Mario Brothers by Snowden. I think that's how you pronounce it. It might be Snowden.
Holy shit. Edward Snowden used to write Mario fan fiction.
Huh.
I knew it was coming. This story is, I guess, I'm not sure if you what subgenre you want to call this, like the post-apocalyptic retelling. Like that is a subgenre. Like I'm not really exaggerating there. Like
Yeah,
that's just
and I gotta say, like, starting out, I don't think I'd be a big fan of this. After all, we all know that I absolutely hate gritty post-apocalyptic takes on established characters.
I mean, that's fair. I don't really have
Oh
much.
no, the joke is that he doesn't.
Oh.
No, no.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't really have much say in this because I haven't read any of this beforehand, so I have no idea
Yeah.
what to expect. I might
I-
I might hate it. I might love it. I don't know. I'll keep an open mind, but yeah, I
I
have
mean, I
no
don't know.
opinion.
It could be done well. There is just something inherently funny and such a like first instinct like there is something that's just such an inherently like what if we did Mario but dark. It's like the first thought anyone has when they want to get into writing fan fiction.
Right. Yeah, pretty much. I can get that.
Like, I have no idea how old Snowden, the author was when they wrote this. Like, we don't know. Like, yeah, there's a general. I think there's like just a general trend. I guess a thought process among younger or novice writers who want to
Okay.
take something either traditionally light or just something from their youth that they kind of and then they want to just darken it. Like it's just a thought exercise a lot of times. Like, well, if this is X, what if it was Y?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And that's not inherently a bad thing.
I, I kind of I do enjoy like trying to get trying to have like different takes of a universe that's like completely alien to what it should be. Like if it's done well, it can be interesting.
It's so weird. I would argue, like again, the entire modern perception of Batman is what if we took this goofy children's character and took him like completely seriously.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all down to execution. And since I haven't read the story in over a decade, we're gonna find out how well it was executed.
Let's go, baby.
So, yeah, I guess apologies in advance. My Mario voice is it's
Oh, God.
rusty. Like it's gonna be a little. I have to get reacclimated.
Same here with Luigi, to be honest.
Oh.
Yeah, we would be less out of practice if I'd actually gotten the. If I could actually read our show, my stories chapter, but we don't have the staff for that
Scrappy,
right
are
now.
you okay?
Wait, what?
Excuse me. I'm saying we'd be less. Tanner and I would be less out of practice for our Mario brother voices if we could just read my Mario story again, but we don't have the staff for that.
Oh right, yeah. We still haven't read your like new chapter. Oh.
New, uploaded last August.
Yeah, new for us.
We should have established this beforehand, but are we doing all 6 chapters or no?
Oh, we're
Oh,
definitely
goodness,
not.
no.
We're definitely not doing the whole thing today.
All right, good. Cool.
I
Harry has to sleep.
I'd like to sleep today.
At best, we maybe do 2 chapters.
I mean, they seem fairly short, but knowing us, we'd probably take ages doing one, so
Yeah.
we'll just kind of see how this goes.
Honestly, I just remembered that the Super Mario Brothers movie kind of did exactly what I was riffing on earlier.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
of all people, Moto likes it, so.
I'm just not sure if likes it is the best way to say it, but I think more so finds it amusing, which, I mean, I guess that can be summed up as liking it, but, I mean, you can find stuff you dislike amusing, so I don't know about that.
It is. I mean, part of this is me. I'm going in with a bias of both like wanting to riff on this, but also kind of liking it because I have like such an unga bunga 8-brained love aesthetic for like any love for anything post-apocalyptic.
Mm.
I mean, that's fair. So. Okay, so. Yes, as you can, I guess, gander from us talking about it or talking around it, I guess.
Yeah.
This is Mario Brothers in the future.
The future.
Let me just read the summary. In the far future, a new terror threatens Mushroom World. Our only hope lies in the rebirth of 2 legendary heroes, who also happen to be plumbers. So, yeah. It's exactly what it sounds like. Mario and Luigi are, just giving advance warning. Warning, I say. It's more of an advanced notification. Mario and Luigi are like they're the only canon characters who show up in this because it's so far in the future. Everyone else is just not around.
I see. So did the Mario and Luigi get like flung into the future then? Just through like
We'll see.
okay.
So, like Mario and Luigi are the only ones who are still here, but the other Mario characters have like descendants or just stand-ins in the future.
All right.
Yeah, there's some interesting stuff at play. Also, I think this story is one of the few that actually does kind of add Mario and Luigi's accents in, which I might have. Holy crap! I think that's what inspired me to write the accents in my story.
Oh shit!
Like, don't bother doing game Luigi. Like, just speak as Luigi as you're comfortable with. But
all right.
But yeah, this is probably one of the few Mario stories that kind of does lean into the fact that they are Italian, or at least implied to be Italian.
Right.
Oh, they're implicitly Italian.
They're as Italian as they are officially plumbers, according to Nintendo, i.e., not at all anymore. So, yeah.
That'd be great if Mario was just from Oklahoma and was just doing that voice for no reason.
Yeah. This is Super Mario Brothers by Snowden. I don't know. The future has no certainty. The future knows no bounds, for the future is not yet written. For many years, the mushroom world had relied on the humblest yet bravest of its people to keep it safe from the forces of evil. Their stories, both strange and inspiring, would pass on from one eon to the next, from generation to generation. In time, the world would forget just how humble and unlikely those legendary heroes were. But everyone knew that one day, whether within 10 or 100 years, they would be needed once again. When exactly? Only the future could tell, and the future knows no bounds. This is Chapter 1, Heroes Reborn.
Good start. All right, you go for it.
Incoming! Okay, whoosh. Boom. Thank you. A hailstorm of bullet bills fell from the sky, launched like cannons from a huge and dark airship, as it inched its way ever closer to Cyber City. This great and beautiful metropolis, where green grasslands and dainty flower patches once stood, found itself plunged into chaos. Over and over again, a building was hit. Debris rained down, alarms went off. Toads, humans, Koopas, and Goombas alike were scattered around in a mad panic. The mastermind was attacking again. From deep within the heart of the city, only one special team kept their cool. Even as civilians whizzed by them or even bumped into them, the police squad marched down the street. They were mostly toads, some humans, and a handful of green-shelled Koopas. All of them were armed with what appeared to be black bazookas. In front of the line, armed with some kind of rifle, stood their chief. He was a tall black human, bald-headed, sunglasses pressed against his eyes, ever giving the no-nonsense look. He wore a bulletproof vest over a light blue blouse and dark tie, his star badge pinned proudly over his heart. He had seen far too many attacks like these. In fact, this is the third raid this week, he moaned softly. The squad formed a square out in the open, where they could get a fair enough view of the oncoming bullet bills.
All right, men.
Hollered their commander.
Same format as yesterday. Ready? Take aim!
They raised their bazookas in the air, awaiting the next barrage of missiles.
Fire!
The elite police force then fired a most bizarre form of ammunition from their cannons. Silver mushrooms. But these mushrooms were more than what they seemed. They were spring mushrooms. As soon as they collided with a bullet bill, the enemy missile ricocheted back into the sky and landed just outside of the city gates.
Well, that's fun. Reload!
For one fleeting moment in time, as the officers reloaded their cannons with more mushrooms, they were open to attack. That's when a dark metallic airship launched a new set of weapons, small robotic airplanes that looked almost like toys. As with bullet bills, there were painted faces on these planes with bared sharp teeth and angry slit eyes. In a sharp V formation, they swooped through the city's skyline and plunged downward toward the police force. They opened fire with laser-like pellets. Shields! Screamed Chief Starburn. The officers moved as quickly as they could to raise their shields against the fireballs, but for some it was too late. As one officer after another fell, they vanished in a small poop of smoke, thus indicating their death. And like a little jingle played at the end. But one officer remained unshielded, and that was Chief Starburn. He whipped out his firing rifle at these swooping airplanes and fired fireball-like pellets right back at them. His aim was almost as sharp as his wit, as he took down nearly half of their numbers. Then all at once, the planes were gone, and the bullet bills were back. Fire at will! For the next 10 minutes, the cycle repeated. Bomb drops, mushrooms, airplanes, shields, smoke puffs, and bombs again. It was only until at last the airplanes were completely destroyed. When the last rainfall of bombs fell on Cyber City, it was as if the airship had reached the limit of its ammunition, or perhaps it was done toying with its enemies. Either way, the attack came to a sudden stop. All was quiet in the city for a moment, which scared the hiding civilians all the more. The chief and his squad stood their ground, their weapons lowered, waiting for the next move. Then it came, in the form of a loudspeaker.
Do you want me to play this character?
Yes, yeah, go ahead.
People of Cyber City, you have fought bravely today. Enjoy your peace while it lasts. But you haven't seen the last of us! The mastermind has spoken!
How do you turn this fucking thing? Oh, there it is. There it is. It's right. I've never used this before. It took me 10 years to convert from Skype to Discord. I'm gonna go now.
The airship then picked up speed and made a frantic U-turn away from the city, which was now smoking and riddled with small craters. When at last it left, the badly shaken civilians slowly crawled out of their hiding places. Some of them had just lost their homes, their businesses, their schools, their playgrounds. Chief Starburn bared his teeth in frustration. Enough was enough. Mushroom Kingdom. Since the dawn of Mushroom World's existence, this charming little land full of lush habitats had been the very beating heart of the planet. It was here, nearly a century ago, where the kindest of princesses lived, as did two of the mightiest heroes the world had ever known. Even now, so many decades later, this kingdom would still hold the key to ending the newest threat of evil. Marching straight up to the White Castle. Marching straight up to the castle and forcing its front doors open were the chief, along with the mayor, a Goomba of Cyber City. Chancellor! Called out the mayor, only to be replied by the echo of his own voice. Guards! Anyone? We need to speak. It's an emergency.
Hold on now.
Cooed the voice of an elderly gentleman somewhere in the hall. Out from behind the statue of a long-past princess came a small bespectacled toad. Like so many of his kind, goodness gracious, the bulge on his head was white with red spots. He wore a princely black uniform lined in gold, except most of it was covered up by his long gray beard. Apparently, he was watering the flowers surrounding the statue.
I am Master Jeeves. How may I help you, gentlemen?
We have an emergency over at Cyber City. replied the shaken mayor. We need to talk to your we need to I'm sorry, I haven't taken my lozenges today. We need to talk to your chancellor, or even her highness if she's available,
Now,
mused the elderly toad as he glanced over to the ivory statue.
I'm afraid Her Highness, Princess Peach, is no longer with us.
Her, corrected the Goomba Mare impatiently. The current princess. Her great-granddaughter,
Oh,
smiled the old toad.
you mean Princess Cherry?
Yes, sighed the mayor. Is she here?
Cherry, I feel like this. It should be more like this. There we go.
Oh, did you say your line? I cut you off. I'm so sorry.
Fine. Is she here?
As a matter of fact,
Said the old toad as he fiddled with his armless glasses. Okay, I guess they're just specks on his over his nose.
she's setting up a meeting with her counselors right now. They're going to discuss something. Discuss something about a matter of minds. Something of that matter.
Mastermind, growled the Goomba Mare. The very sound of that name made his blood run cold.
Oh, you know him?
Smiled Jeeves. The mayor was about to blow a gasket when Chief Starburn stepped in and gently palmed the mayor's head. I think it's best that we attend this meeting.
Oh, suit yourself. Follow me.
Jeeves gave them a bow and led them on through the Great Hall, where banners and statues of past toadstool rulers were all that remained of them. None of them would even notice the tiny circular orb in the window, with a single eye that flashed red. It was a spy camera.
Oh shit, my Amazon delivery's here. Guys, hold on.
Amazon would outlive everyone. That sounds
It
right.
would. He just runs over there and a turret comes out and immediately kills him.
Yeesh. It was a spy camera. Dark Island. Far away on a small island that was once the home of kindly dinosaurs, stood a massive steel palace where the sun never shone. This was the home of the infamous Lord of all evil, the Mastermind. No one seemed to know what he looked like, or what he truly was, because there was more machine to him than flesh and blood. He sat in the shadows every day, on a spiky throne, tapping a finger of one of his dozens of tiny mechanical amputations. Wait. It clicked as it moved. The almost completely black room saw light at last, when the doors to the throne room were cracked open by a small, red-violet shy guy. Nervously, they crept closer to the creature sitting in complete darkness. Mastermind, they softly said. Our spy guy has infiltrated the Mushroom Castle, just as you commanded.
Not
small-
bad.
Thank you, Dr. Claw. The small metallic finger.
Not works.
The small metallic finger stopped tapping.
Not bad at all, Shy Guy. You've done.
You've done well so far. The robed little figure hiding behind a pale mask made a humble bow. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll make sure it doesn't miss a single thing.
There's one thing I don't want you to miss.
Replied the vibrating voice.
Was it the Mushroom Kingdom? Something. I just know it. As long as you know what they're... I have nothing to...
You cut out a few times there. Could you repeat that?
Maybe I'll just do.
Those fools at... Mushroom Kingdom will... I just know it. As long as I know what they're planning.
I have nothing to fear. I could.
I guess I'll just do.
Those fools at the Mushroom Kingdom will...
I don't know.
Those fools at the Mushroom Kingdom will plan something. Plan something. I just know it. As long as I know what they're planning, I have nothing to fear.
You've never
Not find
had.
his-
No worries, this is a work in progress for us all. You've never had anything to fear, your lordship. King of all mushroom worlds, master of all living things, keeper of plans, duke of...
That's enough.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir.
Do me a favor, will you, Shy Guy?
Sir? Two red beacons appeared through the darkness as eyes.
Call me Master. Always call me Master.
Mushroom Castle. Hiding behind the royal throne room was a large office with a great tan round table, every seat occupied with either a human or a toad. The one figure that stood out the most was the only woman in the room, Princess Cherry. Like her four mothers, she had the same dainty doll-like face with deep blue eyes. She wore a single blue jewel on the collar of her long white dress, which had rosy pink frills and a matching pair of rosy pink gloves. Her long hair was black, with a part in her bangs. It was so thick, one might actually miss the petite crown atop her head. She kept cool and quiet, while her counselors filled the room with outbursts regarding the so-called mastermind. Also present in the room were two honored guests, Chief of Cyber City Police Starburn and Mayor Goomba of Cyber City, stood atop the table. The latter of whom stood atop the table. He was far too short for a seat of his own. For the first few minutes of the meeting, all the gentlemen could do was file complaints on their enemy. Can I just say something on behalf of my city? Snapped the little Goomba dressed in a black suit and yellow badge. Just this morning, we've been bombarded with missiles and toy airplanes. Our defenses are on their last legs, and to make matters worse, there's no more time machines left to take us back and fix any of this. Sir, Chief Starburn hushed him. Ahem. Ahem, Mayor Goomba replied with. Sorry, we're just asking for your advice. The princess nodded.
I understand your frustration completely, Mr. Mayor. We were just debating on whether we should make a peace treaty with Mastermind or launch an attack on his island with all the troops we have left.
Outright! Outrageous! Puffed a mustached toad with a green vest.
Mastermind will never settle upon peace. Besides, he'll take it as an offering of surrender.
Well, I mean, that was a toad speaking, but thank you anyways.
Oh, okay. Whatever. I mean, he's dead. Like, I'm pretty sure that we should call an ambulance.
We're increasingly losing our soldiers, shook the head of a man. If Mastermind attacks Cyber City tomorrow, then we'll lose all of Saros land and our closest allies. Which is why we should attack now, stomped Mayor Goomba.
Attack with what?
Frowned Princess Cherry.
The Koopas have all abandoned this kingdom. Leaving the rest of us vulnerable. I'm sorry, gentlemen, but I'm afraid we have no choice but to negotiate with him.
The men all began to grumble under their breath. What have we got to lose by attacking Dark Island? Asked Mayor Goomba. Sure, there'll be casualties, but it will all be for the best. Again, the princess frowned.
You don't seem to care about sacrificing lives, sir, but I do. I can't bear to have one more innocent creature harmed by that madman and his minions.
The mayor argued. There's not a soul in this kingdom that wouldn't gladly lay down their life for the sake of our freedom. Believe me, princess, you go ask the nearest toad or human, and they'll go running towards that island without a second's notice. Pardon me, Chief Starburn raised his index finger. I have just one question. Where have all the Koopas gone? The princess bowed her head.
No one's sure. Some believe they went off to find their lost king. Others say they've changed sides completely and are now part of the Mastermind's army.
Well, that's just like them. Mayor Goomba furrowed his brows. Sneaky double-crossing turtles. Only want to be on the winning side.
This is the most accurate portrayal of a cop I have ever seen in a fan fiction.
Oh no, that wasn't the cop, that was the mayor.
Oh, well, it accurately portrays politicians too, I guess.
You of all people should talk, snapped the human. When's the last time we saw a Goomba fighting on the side of good? I'm here, aren't I? Shouted the offended mayor.
Enough!
Shouted Princess Cherry, finally losing her patience.
All of this shouting is getting us nowhere. It's time we put it to a vote. All in favor of a peace treaty, raise your hand.
I don't have hands.
All in favor of a peace treaty, raise your feet.
Only 2 raised their hands, the princess herself and a humble toad.
All opposed?
12 limbs were raised. 12 hands were raised. Mayor Goomba waved his tiny brown foot to make a 13th vote. Princess, they said Peach, but they mean Cherry. Princess Cherry closed her eyes in dismay.
You know, when I said you should raise limbs, I was limiting it 2 feet. But anyway, it's just Peach who is here now. It seems unanimous then. It seems unanimous then. We'll have to plan an attack. But who, dare I ask, can we send to battle?
The group huddled and murmured their answers. Each one seemed to be in favor of a particular species. Okay, but none could agree on which was the strongest or bravest. That sounds wrong.
This went so quickly into race relations. In 0 to 100, really. Rather 100 to 1,000. It kind of started at 100.
All right, today's episode of Super Mario Eugenics. Let's go. But none could agree on which was the strongest or bravest. Okay. Then suddenly, a toad in a purple vest spoke up. We could, bring them back. The room's eyes fell directly on him, and all at once, he was uncomfortable with having so much attention. What did you say? Asked Chief Starburn with a raised eyebrow. The toad gulped nervously. Well, it was just a thought. But maybe, just maybe, we could bring them back. Bring who back? You know, them. You lost me, shook the chief's head. Then the princess stood up from her throne with eyes closed and a face stern as a rock.
I know who they're talking about.
Oh, please don't. Excuse me. Oh, please do tell us, smiled the Goomba Mayor excitedly.
Hall and Oates. Their music will save all of us.
I want it to be Bill and Ted.
They're not real.
They're real and me.
I mean, I don't know what. I guess Alex Winter we could get Alex Winter. I don't know what he's doing right now. There's no way we can get Keanu. Have you seen how busy that man is? Anyway, it's a long story. Many, many years ago, when my great-grandmother was still a princess herself, the Mushroom Kingdom was in a very different kind of war. A war that cut the whole into 2 land factions. Those that fell under the side of darkness were ruled by a Koopa tyrant named Bowser.
Her audience could see it now. A giant green Koopa. He's not green, only his shell is. A giant green
Super
Koopa.
Shell Bowser, baby.
Yeah. A giant green Koopa spiked from head to tail, breathing dragon's fire menacingly. He stood atop a tower overlooking thousands of Koopas. There was a lightning storm in the sky, finalizing the true terror Bowser was.
Bowser truly was a king in his own right, the king of Koopas. But over time, he grew mad with power and constantly tried to seize both my great-grandma and the entire kingdom. No way of knowing just how far this conquest would have gone, because he soon met his match. Not 1, but 2 human men. They were known as the Mario Brothers.
Already, their imaginations were running wild. Surely these men were huge.
I just want to point out after that, I can just imagine that line being said in like a movie, and then just suddenly trailer shot title, and then it's just here's like the title card of the movie, and then it just like transitions into like, I don't know, Mario and Luigi in their house just chilling or something. Like,
Yeah, no. Or it's like a fucking MCU ass quip like, she talking about us? Cause I don't want to do that. She
yeah.
talking about us?
I was thinking, sorry, I'm just thinking she's like, they were known as the Mario Brothers, and then dramatic music, but it's still like, it cuts that title, but it's like, it's still the colorful, goofy Mario font.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like it cuts and like it cuts back, and one of the toads has like one of his legs blown off. He's
Oh
like,
God.
"Oh God, I don't think I'm gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. I know you're not gonna make it. God damn it! God damn it! I'll make it for you." And then he dies. Do 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 do.
Oh
Oh.
gosh. So,
Oh my God.
they were known as the Mario Brothers. Already, their imaginations were running wild. Surely these men were huge. Huge enough to take on a spiky green Koopa and win. Maybe to use swords or guns. Or perhaps they led a vast army that outnumbered Bowser's. Or maybe they were magicians that could inflict devastating spells. Or maybe they were more than human. Maybe they were like gods. While the hearts of her audience ran wild, Cherry continued her fable.
Time and time again, the Mario Brothers outsmarted the Koopa King, at least until he was too old and tried to go on. When
Tired.
Bowser at last retired from his campaign, so did the brave heroes. They lived out their lives as peacefully as anyone would have hoped. But then,
But then what? Blinked the Goomba Mare curiously.
then,
Continued the princess.
people of this kingdom began to worry. Who would protect them after the Mario Brothers had gone, they wondered. How could we assure our safety? One man had the answer. His name was Professor Elvin Gadd. He was a brilliant scientist. He had made many of the gadgets we still use today, but perhaps his greatest achievement was his last. Professor Egad spent the last months of his life building a cryogenic machine that could hold any individual and keep them frozen in time. But he did more than that. You see, by then the Mario Brothers were too old to carry on in their adventures, and so the professor had them cloned. Their clones had proven to be exact carbon copies of the originals. Looks, personalities, everything down to their uniforms were exact, so I'm told.
And, guessed Chief Starburn, those two were the ones put into the freezing chamber? The princess nodded.
Yes, they waited until they were at the right age, the same age as when the original Mario Brothers began their adventures. And then they agreed to be frozen in time. The people of this kingdom made a solemn vow to never awaken these promised heroes until the time was ready.
The time is right! Sorry, did I cut you off?
Now I was correcting myself, but go ahead.
The time is right, shouted the police chief, punching the table with enthusiasm. Your Majesty, he then softly begged, if these guys are the real deal and they are sleeping in some kind of chamber, then we have to wake them up.
Sir!
We need a miracle, folks. If we can't stop Mastermind, then who else will?
Sir, please!
Gasped Princess Cherry with a look of fright in her eyes. Everyone seemed shocked by her sudden change of attitude and fell silent.
Please.
She softly gulped.
If we awaken the heroes now, they won't be able to fall back into their frozen sleep. Once it's done, it's done.
Chief Starburn then softened his eyes for once. Does that bother you, Princess?
I'm just afraid of what could happen to them, or to us, if anything goes wrong. Besides, they're the last of their kind.
No, they're not.
Spoke an elderly toad nearby. Jeeves, who until now kept a low key, approached the troubled princess with warmth in his beady little eyes.
Don't you worry, my princess. They may be special, but so are we. We all have greatness within us. And another thing, I believe the police chief is right. We need a miracle, and that miracle could be dozing away, right? Dozing away right under our noses. Perhaps it's finally time to. It's best to finally out the old to put. That's what threw me off. It says
Yeah.
out. It's best to finally put the old professor's scheme to the test, eh?
Cherry took a deep breath before calming herself down. She smiled with a nod.
You're right, Jeeves. It probably is for the best.
Then we're all in agreement, smiled Mayor Goomba. What are we all waiting for? Show us the chamber,
Right away.
smiled Jeeves. The little butler walked past the table, over to a wall where a giant painting of the Mushroom Castle was placed. But then Jeeves had proven the painting to be much more than it seemed by jumping up and tapping the castle's highest window. I was expecting him to just jump through the painting.
I was totally expecting him to do that too. Yahoo! Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Meanwhile, he's just like, oh my god, I broke my hip. Heart failure.
In an instant, the room made a small quake that made everyone jump to their feet in surprise. The table's top opened up like a tin can, levered by its robotic legs. Underneath it appeared a long staircase that seemed to descend into a forbidden abyss.
Like I said,
Smiled the old toad butler.
right under our noses.
The group stood in The group stood in hiccups. The group stood in awe at the stairs. Jeeves nonchalantly grabbed the nearest candle, lit it, and marched down the stairs without hesitation. Both curiously and cautiously, Princess Cherry and her council followed him. Jeeves made quick work of lighting many torches on the age-old stone walls of what appeared to be a basement, or a dungeon. Dust and cobwebs littered the place, making just about everyone uncomfortable. What is this place? Coughed Chief Starburn. The small toad butler said with a confident smile.
This is an old cabin, built by my own ancestors. Originally, it was designed as a shelter for the royal family in the wake of an attack on the castle. Now it's a secret resting. Them.
He then pointed forward. Everyone followed his tiny hand, until their eyes fell on a most bizarre-looking machine. It had two large metal cylinders, one with a big green L on its front, the other right beside it with a large red M. Beside the cylinders was a giant computer system with hundreds of little buttons on it. The group slowly approached the cylinders. They stopped a few inches away, where all at once the air around them dropped to a bone-chilling cold. Shuddered the princess.
It's so cold.
Is this it? Muttered the police chief. Is this... Oh gosh. The cryogenic chamber?
Oh no, it's my fucking mini fridge. What else do you think it is? Oh, this is it, all right.
Nodded Jeeves.
Now, there's some kind of music code to activate it. Well, let's see. How did it go again?
A music code? Echoed Chief Starburn. He bravely approached the computer buttons and pressed the red button. The sound was frightening. The sound was loud and frightening. Most of the company gasped in surprise. Okay, gulped the chief. Let's try this one. He pushed a yellow button. Ray. And another, and another. Fa, do, mi.
Oh, no!
Shook Jeeves' head, waving his arms in fret.
It's not just one note, sir. It's a combination, a tune that activates it.
Oh, man, we don't have all day. Was how much of that did any of you decipher?
I deciphered it, but only because I was reading it.
Okay. Oh no! Come on, man. We don't have all day.
All right, you cut out really badly on that one.
Screw it. Come on, man. We don't have all day. Urged a toad in blue. What is the code? The princess then followed Chief Starburn's lead and looked at the buttons carefully.
I think it's funnier with the normal voice, because just imagining like a random toad just having a regular voice.
It's a toad named like Trevor.
Is that they're the only toad that just has like, hey, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on? My name's Trevor.
The princess then followed Chief Starburn's lead and looked at the buttons carefully.
My parents used to sing me a lot of songs when I was younger. I wonder if...
By figuring out the color matches of the notes, Princess Cherry attempted one familiar tune. Me, 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 do, me, so, so.
So...
Oh my god! Why do you have a demon in here?
That's just Waluigi.
I'm not even keeping it in here. He just likes to come here and he just likes to show up here and like stack chicken bones on top of each other. It's very weird. I do it because it makes me feel like a cave troll.
Whoops, gasped Jeeves, recognizing the alarm.
That's not the right one, princess. Try the other one.
Hummed the princess and tried again. Me may me so me may fee me.
Aw, I like that one too.
She frowned. I got it! Clapped Chief Starburn's hands. We're underground, and there's only one tune that fits underground.
Oh, son of a bitch.
With his confidence renewed, the police chief once again approached the buttons. But there was a new problem. He wasn't exactly sure which note fit which button. Dum 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 dum. He sang softly to himself.
Of course!
Smiled the princess. Together, they showed each other just what combination of buttons worked. Do 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 la la ti ti.
T.
I don't know. The ancient ones had gone through a lot of trouble to keep their secret weapons just that, a secret. Now the earth below everyone's feet trembled dramatically. Red and green lights flashed through the room. Beeps, alarms, whizzing of high-pressured smoke buzzed through their ears. Then a full chorus of that old underground tune boomed out. From behind the two metal cylinders, pumps bobbed left and right at a manic speed, which worked as part of the revitalizing system. As air pushed out, electricity poured in. Within seconds, the ice around the two life forms inside melted away, but all the shaking and pressurizing was too much for the old machine to take. Kaboom! A blast of energy pushed everyone across the room and into the farthest wall.
Well, you were right, princess. They're dead. Guess we're gonna have to find another solution.
Debris fell from the ceiling, and smoke nearly suffocated them all. Some were even knocked unconscious, but all things considered, no real harm was done. Coughs and gags were abound, as each person one by one picked themselves up off the floor and dusted their shirts, or dress in the princess's case. Is everyone all right? Is everyone all right? Called out the police chief. Man! Waluigi felt something snap.
That was your chicken bones, you idiot! I like to gnaw on them sometimes and pretend that they're the bones of my enemies. All right, cool. No one cares.
I'm all right.
replied Princess Cherry. Good, smiled Chief Starburn. Wait, where's the mayor? Mayor? Starburn nearly lost his balance completely as he realized he was stepping on Mayor Goomba. Even as a politician, he is stepped upon by the people of his own city. That's just sad.
Power to the people! Fuck yeah!
He stepped aside quickly. Sir, are you okay? The flattened little creature's eyes rolled around. Ah, I've had better days. Guys! Guys! Yeah. Guys, Pete the Toad resting green as he pointed forward. Look, the gates! Princess Pete, for Pete's sake. Princess Cherry and her council stared in awe as the cylinder cones slowly slid open. From inside, a wall of deep blue smoke emerged. It seemed to be endless. Somewhere inside that wall of smoke and hollowed shells were two individuals waking up for the first time in ages. Everyone braced themselves. This was it. In mere moments, they would gaze into the eyes of pure power, the eyes of Herculean strength, of powerful magic, of angels sent straight from heaven. If the legends were true, then these waking men were truly gods in the flesh. Those were just the kind of expectations running through everyone's minds as the smoke began to clear. They were about to get the shock of their lives. Hey, Mario!
Oh my god, I have to go to the bathroom. I have been in here for 15 years. Never mind, I don't anymore.
I mean, that was interesting, I guess. Not much to
Okay.
really say not much to say yet, because I was kind of
Right.
just set up, but...
Well, having not read this chapter in like 13 years, I'd say it holds up for the most part. Like, one thing what I appreciate first early on is that they set like this really post-apocalyptic bad future, but they're still using frickin' power-ups as weapons.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Honestly, they should have been able to win just through that.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of
Probably.
they have to still keep it Mario-esque, like...
I do like, bizarrely enough, I like how seriously it's taking itself.
It's kind of amusing in that sense. It's so, like,
Uh-huh.
serious that it's funny.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, there's a certain charm to. I don't know if I'd call it good, but I do find a lot of charm in its verisimilitude. In that,
I think this was a decent setup chapter. I'm not ready to say whether this is good or bad yet, but
and there's
I'm
nothing
definitely
really
intrigued.
original about it. It's pretty much every like dark fic cliche I could have expected.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but in a weird way, like I'm not gonna call it good or revolutionary, but I will say that it's at the very least, I do find charm in its earnesty because I can see myself writing a fic like this at like age 14.
Right.
Yeah.
Just the fact that, I don't know, it's the spring mushroom specifically, like good grief, like those were new power-ups when the story came out. Like that aged me. That just aged me. I'm enjoying like this is so far like it's set up, but you need set up for this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, the villain seems pretty generic, just a generic like post-apocalyptic half cyborg man who's an emperor. But I don't know, they could do something interesting with it. I'm not thinking they will, but I don't know. Again, I find it charming.
I'm definitely interested to see where this goes. I'll hold off full like judgment until we've seen more of the story, but yeah.
Yeah, full disclosure, this story never got finished.
Oh god.
Like this was a stopgap. Like I'm as disappointed as you are.
That's like
But like
the thing with fanfics, like you can find some interesting stuff, but like 9 times out of 10, I swear to God, they're just never finished.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
Been there. I've been there way too many times.
Oh, I've been there.
I mean-
I've
It's so frustrating.
been there with
Yeah.
stuff I'm writing.
Yeah, well, I guess take it. This is just my personal thing. Like, if I can resume my story after like a decade, then maybe some of these stories will be revived.
Maybe.
Sometimes I write jokes for my fics before I write the fic itself.
I do that in my head all the time. It's like it's sometimes easier to make plots when you have a gag.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
think
can
part of it
imagine
is
that.
like part of it is like if the character has a strong enough voice, you just start imagining the interactions between them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just kind of
So-
flows together.
Yeah, this is. I enjoyed it so far. Like, it's a decent setup chapter. Just explains the status quo of what this new mushroom world is like, and
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
why we need to reintroduce Mario and Luigi. Okay, I'm enjoying it so far. Yeah, author. I know Cherry is obviously the stand-in for Peach here, but you're using Peach's name
Please just
interchangeably.
use the name. Also, it's really weird that nobody knew who Mario and Luigi were.
Yeah.
I don't know. 100 years in the future, I guess it's apply Star Wars mantra to this.
Oh, no.
The Jedi were only wiped out 20 years ago, but apparently they're a myth now.
Yeah. That is also a factor.
Like,
There's
think-
Mario deniers.
That's not how the Force works.
let's see.
You're telling me that those are real?
Yeah, I'm enjoying
Those
it so
are
far.
really Mario's bones?
Huh.
Come on. So yeah, I'm enjoying this gritty-ish take on the Mario universe. Like this story so far still, I mean, it still has a sense of humor to itself, which I appreciate.
It doesn't even draw attention to it. I feel like the goofiness is taken seriously, but like the spring mushroom thing, I feel like that is intentionally goofy.
Yeah.
Even yeah, I mean, if you're gonna do like warfare in the world of Mario, it's gonna look a little silly.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like basically, release the hounds, Yoshi's.
Exactly.
Yeah. You really can't have a serious Mario story and not have it be like goofy. You just can't.
Picturing people who a dude carving like the Bowser symbol into himself like it was a swastika
Oh
like
my
on his
god.
forehead.
Wow. Wow.
Brings me back to the Mario deniers thing. You
Oh.
really think he killed 6 million of those toads?
Oh dear. Moving on. So Mario, Luigi, Toad. I mentioned Yoshi's as hounds. Put a pin on that for later chapters, actually. So, yeah, this is weird cyberpunk Mario, and I kind of dig it so far. Like,
Already did a movie about this, and again, I'm having fun with it.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
Yeah.
like I missed voicing these characters.
Oh yeah. I kind of wish that I could. I kind of wish I got to do more as Luigi.
He will definitely shine in these later chapters, I assure you.
Yeah. Oy vey.
Like,
It's
you know,
nice when goofy shit is played earnestly. It's always so comforting.
see, we're about an hour in. Hey, Harry, how you holding up?
I'm fine.
Okay, did you want to do one more chapter and call it a night?
If you guys want to do another one, yeah, be more.
May I use the bathroom first?
Yeah.
Well,
sure.
yes, but just don't do it where you're sitting right now.
Oh,
All right.
please don't.
I said bathroom.
Hey,
Distinctly said bathroom.
Yeah, I know.
anything can be a bathroom when you put your mind to it.
Oh my god.
I have that same rule with fleshlights.
Huh.
And I like how he leaves just after saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just end the episode, Harry. That's all. I think that's all that needs to be said. Oh dear, I've missed
Where
this.
is it? Oh yeah.
I don't know why, but Link like just swimming through the water just made me think of Tomb Raider for some reason.
Yeah, no, I can kind of see that. This does kind of feel a little bit Tomb Raider-ish.
Yeah, you know, just swimming reminds me of Tomb Raider.
Yeah. Just talk
Characters
to...
breathing reminds me of Elden's. What's it called? Elden Ring. I was going to call it Elden Souls.
It may as well. I mean, you're not wrong.
Elden Souls. That sounds so wrong.
Elden Souls.
It's like, yeah, it's gonna be like the name of a fake, like a fake Souls-like that Bowser Jr. plays in the Super Mario show.
Yeah. Oh man.
Why am I'm like weirdly craving playing like Tomb Raider 2 right now. I just want to go to the mansion.
I've seen streams of some of the old Tomb Raider games. I've never played them.
I don't know why Square Enix hasn't like re-released them.
That'd be nice.
Like they did a whole lot of pomp and circumstance
Oh!
for the 25th anniversary. They
Damn it.
even called in some of the old VAs to record for the mobile game, which was nice. But they haven't re-released the PS1 games. I'm wondering if like the source code is lost.
I love some of those old sound effects and stuff.
Just the way glass looks in some of those games kind of gives me a weird homey feeling.
Yeah. Good old back of those good old tank controls.
I don't know. I don't know if Tomb Raider had tank controls.
No, I'm pretty sure it did. Oh my god.
Should have brought back the Return of Ganon game over screen.
I love the fact that what is it? That's did I assume did Zelda 2 or Punch Out NES come out first?
Zelda 2 released like early 1987 in Japan.
Okay, because I know Soda Pop's laugh is just the Ganon laugh sped up.
Was that? Did they record did someone actually record that, or was that just a sound effect?
I think it might have been a sound effect. Oh, okay. Oh no. Okay, I only have that guy to deal with now.
Alright, I'm good now.
I'm back.
Nice.
Alright.
Okay, so yeah, should give all of you a warning as well as the audience. I enjoyed the story when I read it when I was younger. There's some weird stuff in it at times.
Okay.
Okay.
Like, I don't think it might come up in this chapter. It might come up in the next. Clone Mario might be racist.
Oh my god.
Oh dear. Well, I guess it's a good thing that some of the others didn't join for this then.
Oh, I should be playing Mario then.
No, I don't racist not to other humans, just Koopas.
Oh, I see. Well, still.
I'm willing to learn.
Anyways, yeah, for the I don't know, like they're clones. They're obviously clones, but the brothers are clones here, but they treat their original, I guess, their DNA donors as like kind of like their parents, so to speak. So I don't know.
Okay.
What are we gonna call them? Mario 2 and Luigi 2?
Honestly, you could probably just use their original names.
Yes. Yeah. For here on out, we will just refer to them as Mario and Luigi, and if we need to specify that, if we need to refer to the OGs, then we will refer to them as the OGs.
Oh no. Oh no, okay, I'm gonna look up all these Italian phrases.
No.
Well, no, because they're here.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Talking about stuff in the chapter. Oh, yeah, there's Italian in this, so, did you all enjoy me butchering Japanese and Spanish and Gaelic and Latin in prior stories? One more language, like, I'm the Michael Eisner of fanfic readers. Every language here exists solely to be slaughtered by me.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah, boy.
All right. I like how each chapter has kind of a little, I guess, a cold opening phrase.
Mm-hmm.
The future has no certainty. Chapter 2. Every party has a Koopa. Tensions ran wild as dark smoke seeped out of the newly opened shells of an ancient cryogenic freezing chamber. Somewhere within those shells lie two reborn heroes of legend. Who they were and what they looked like was a mystery. But everyone present at the site was sure that they'd be big and breathtaking to the eye. The tallest and bravest man present, Chief Starburn, approached the machine first. He wiped sweat from his brow and adjusted his sunglasses. Yes, he still wore them, even in a darkened room as this.
Yeah.
He got close enough to take in some of the icy air oozing out of the open chambers, and then oh gosh. Wheeze, cough, cough, gag. Deep breath. Starburn was taken back by the outburst of gas and coughs. They were coming from a slender individual from within the L chamber. He, the small man inside, appeared to be no more than an average human with a big nose, smooth mustache, green cap, a matching green long-sleeved shirt, white gloves, denim blue overalls, and brown shoes.
Did they put the clothes on as they grew up, or?
They were aged. They aged before they went to cryo sleep.
I know, but how'd they get the clothes on?
They went in cryo sleep with clothes on. They didn't go in naked. Like Princess Cherry said that they had their physical
Okay, okay.
Let's see. White gloves, denim blue overalls, brown shoes, and a partridge in a pear tree. When hit last, he opened his big blue eyes to the world. He realized he wasn't alone. All at once, he switched from a manic gagger, he switched from manic gagger to a warm, smiling gentleman.
Hey there, I'm Luigi.
He then extended his gloved hand to Starburn, who was at a complete loss for words except for a small, hi. Came from the opposite chamber moments later. A much smaller man, with almost the exact appearance as the first one, except for a red shirt and cap, a slightly more detailed mustache, and a pudgier build emerged, waving smoke out of his face. Woo! He gasped. Oh, we should have asked the. Oh, hold on. Oh, we should have asked the professor to put a little smoke in there, huh? The green twin laughed at the joke.
That's a good one, Mario.
While the two men in overalls shook off their initial shock of revitalization, the audience was completely stunned. Where were the capes, the swords, the burliness? Who the heck were these guys, they wondered. Starburn finally spoke. You two are... Oh, smiled the red short one. Excuse me for no introduction. I'm a Mario. And this is my little brother, Luigi Mario.
We've met.
Nodded Luigi, remembering the first thing he said. Together, announced his twin. We are Mario Brothers.
The Mario Brothers!
They cheered in unison, striking a pose. Still, their audience stared in shock. Mario then whipped out a wrench from somewhere behind his back and asked, where's the fire? Or should I say the Koopa? Luigi, who similarly pulled out a plunger from behind his back, took the first brave step forward, only to fall flat on his face. Flat. Whoops! Mario looked down from his chamber. Just step, little brother.
I don't remember the platform being that high.
Moaned the flattened one, as his smaller yet apparently older brother made a more graceful jump to the ground. Chief Starburn scratched his bald head. He thought he was seeing things. Hold on a second, he said. Who did you say you were again? I'm a Mario, nodded the little man dressed in red. By now, his recuperated brother joined his side. You're really the Mario Brothers of the ancient legends. Ancient? Ancient? Blinked the little man. I mean ancient. What do you mean ancient? We're only... Gosh darn it. We're only 20 years...
There's no way that's true.
We're only 20 years old. That voice.
There's no way that's true.
Canonically, they're 26 or 24, but I guess they started them early. But only 20 years old. There we go.
Yeah.
Frowned Luigi worriedly.
What year is this?
Oh boy. Gulped the police chief. I don't know how to tell you this, but it's been at least 100 years since you two fell asleep. The two small men dropped their jaws in utter shock. For one moment, they were so stunned they couldn't even move. Then the smaller one stated firmly, Oh, I mean, wow! It took us that long to be needed. As the Mushroom Kingdom been okie dokie until just now.
Just now?
Echoed the bewildered green one. Hello, Joey.
Hello. Been fighting back jokes.
Joey has a habit of showing up when things are happening.
I said I was gonna be here, and this
You
is
came mid-recording.
Yeah, I know.
What the hell?
All right. Do you want to take a roll?
Do you need a roll taken?
I mean, we got multiple characters. We may as well.
Okay.
You could be Princess Cherry since you're usually Peach. Peach is literally just Cherry.
Okay. Well, I'm not doing the smoking 50 a day voice again. It's funny.
All right. I just want to say there's also no way they're 26.
That's the age as stated by, like, Melee's Japanese site.
Well, I'm not sure how reliable that would be.
Mario developed a dad bod and a full mustache at 26 years old.
Yeah. I'm
It
23
happens.
and I'm halfway there.
Fuck
Just
yeah,
with
let's
mustache.
go.
I'm
Let's
actually
see.
trying to lose weight.
So, okay. Sorry, folks. Time
Chapter
out for a moment. Chapter 2, we're... Let's see. Yeah, Princess Cherry. Whenever she shows up, and I guess you can voice.
This is the most professional show ever made.
You're welcome. I like to make things interesting. Christ, I still have my recording software open from earlier today. Okay, so Princess Cherry. Fuck. How far down the page?
Where are we? You want to start from I don't remember the platform being that high?
Looking for it.
Sorry. I probably cut out when I was saying where we were. It was, well, the chief started to say.
Jesus Christ. Well. Ah, okay. Yep.
Okay, so. Alright, we good?
Just cue me in when I've got my character.
Okay. Well, the chief started to say, until he finally noticed the legend's weapons of choice. What do you do with that wrench? Oh, this? Mused Mario. This is my lucky... Goodness gracious. This is my lucky wrench. I use it for plumbing all the time. Starburn didn't think he could get more disappointed, but now... Plumbers, he muttered deeply. You two are plumbers.
Yeah. I thought the plunger was obvious. I'm not sure why they put it in the chamber.
Replied Luigi, pointing to the object in his hand. Oh, I don't believe this, whispered the tall man under his breath. He turned around to face his equally stunned group. I don't know what to say. They tell me they're the ones we've been waiting for. And they turn out to be plumbers. Hey, called out Mario. And what's so wrong with what's so wrong with us being plumbers, huh? Who else are you gonna call when you who else are you going to call when you get a leak? The pharmacist? His twin giggled in reply. No offense, you guys, said Starburn as he turned back to face him, half smiling. But we were kind of expecting a little more, well, not you.
That's okay.
Smiled Luigi as he leaned on his plunger.
Well, we were expecting to wake up to a beautiful princess, so I guess we're even, eh?
A princess, echoed Starburn. He had almost forgotten about her. Oh, you're up.
I'm here.
Replied the soft voice of a young woman.
What the? That was a Freudian slip.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, what the hell was I gonna say? Weiss? Like, what the hell? Weiss. Like, yeah, Weiss from Ruby's here.
Oh, God.
I'm not even gonna try.
Lewis might be able to do that.
There's so many things I could say right now that I am holding back.
You remember? I mentioned feet and mouths. Tanner, just firmly keep your foot in your mouth right now.
Oh Christ! I've been on my feet all day. I don't want that anywhere near my mouth.
Please stop talking about feet so much. I'm getting an erection.
Oh my god.
You wonder why we don't get paid.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-bum.
Yeah, foot fetishes.
Classic.
That is the fourth worst thing you've said today.
How?
Tanner
you
or
got a
Harry?
problem with people who have foot fetishes, Scrappy?
No, I have a problem with you having a foot fetish on there.
Oh, you got a problem with autistic people, Scrappy?
Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, tone it down. There's two of us here, remember?
Yeah, there's me and then British me.
Wow.
Yeah, at
English.
least I have the British sensibility to close my mouth. And thank you, Scrappy.
Because I don't want to see
Moving
your
on.
teeth.
Shut up,
Moving
Tanner.
on. Moving on.
I feel great.
Yes, you do.
You owe Joey an apology after this, Tanner.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
I don't. I owe you one. I don't owe Joey shit.
He doesn't owe me apology.
Joey
I'm just trying to
deserves
keep-
all my. That's the difference. Is that Joey is a little shitlord and deserves all of my scorn. You're just so nice that it's easy to pick on you. Big difference.
I'm not going to say I'm not, but now you owe me an apology.
Anyway, replied the soft voice of a young woman. I'm not sure where I was going earlier. Yeah. Like, what the hell was I going to say? She, Princess Cherry, walked into the light to gaze upon her promised heroes. Unlike her associates, her face beamed with hope and enthusiasm. Awe-stricken, her heroes tipped their hats and bowed before her.
Least,
She smiled.
that's not necessary. Oh fuck, it keeps on. I'm Princess Sherry, daughter of Queen Olive. On behalf of all my people, welcome to the Mushroom Kingdom.
Meanwhile, as she and her heroes exchanged introductions, Starburn was called away by Mayor Goomba. They had a much different discussion of their own. This can't be right, whispered the furious Goomba. Those two cannot be the heroes of legend. Look at them! They're so short and out of shape.
How hard is it to understand that we had day jobs?
They're so short and out of shape. Pardon me,
I mean-
sir.
I mean, look at me, I'm the best streamer that ever lived, and I'm still a bartender.
And proud of it.
Damn right.
I work with dogs and I get paid $12 an hour.
Wait, you guys get paid?
That's the point,
Yes,
actually.
we
I
do,
just got
Scrappy.
paid, so...
They're so short and out of shape, said the Goomba. Pardon me, sir, Starburn whispered back. But these two did come out of the freezing chamber, just like the princess said. It can't all be a coincidence. Balderdash. Someone else must have known about this place and switched the real heroes with these two. They called themselves Mario. There could be hundreds of Marios running around here. Sir, nope, I won't have it. If I needed a plumber, Starburn, I would have called one up, not wake him up from a century-old cryogenic freezing chamber. A moment of silence fell upon the underground room. It would seem that Mayor Goomba's outburst gave him away. The Mario Brothers were particularly stunned by what they heard.
What are you saying? You don't need us?
Blinked Luigi dejectedly.
No, we do need you.
Insisted Princess Cherry.
He didn't mean what he said. He's just surprised by all of this. That's all.
Yeah. Gulped the Goomba nervously. Princess, if you don't mind, me and Chief Starburn are gonna head back to our city and inform our people of the newcomers. Yes, nodded Starburn in full agreement. Everyone should know that the Mario Brothers, plumbers or not, are back.
Yay!
Yeah, cheer the twin brothers, who both jumped for joy. Starburn and his mare made their goodbyes quickly and made a hasty retreat from the cavern. Then the smallest and eldest of Toads approached the rejuvenated plumbers.
My name is Jeeves, and it's an honor to meet both of you here. My grandpappy Toadsworth kept you two safe from the world all this time. I'd be more than happy to inform you about all the important details of what's happened in between your time and ours.
See, nodded Mario with a cheerful smile. Once Mario and Luigi were escorted out of the underground cavern, the tiny spy guy came diddling along on a set of thin spider legs. He was as small as an insect, so no one took notice of it as it crawled at lightning speed from one corner to the next. Its single flashing red eye focused on the two unfamiliar figures walking alongside Princess Cherry down the great hall of the castle. It would only be a matter of time until its master would receive these images back at his base. In time, the princess showed them family pictures of kings and queens from previous generations. It was Plum, daughter of Peach, who succeeded her, followed by her daughter Olive, and then Cherry. Cherry herself had no husband yet, but she did have an engagement ring on her finger, which she proudly showed her two guests. When asked who she was betrothed to, she simply said,
Alright. Fuck. How am I gonna say this? Prince Bruno.
As for the other kingdoms, the plumbers were surprised to learn that Sarasaland was no longer a kingdom, but now a set of 7 cities, with Central City being home to the royal family. They now let the power of the land pass on to a republic, which was currently on the verge of signing itself over to the mastermind. The Mushroom Kingdom's top priority at that point was securing the few cities Sarasaland had left. As for the others, Dinosaur Island, Waffle Kingdom, Bean Bean Kingdom, Kong Jungle, the Isle of Delfino, they were completely overrun by Mastermind and his minions. The two plumbers were shocked to learn about this. We had not to come back sooner, asked Mario on that subject.
You might want to. I didn't hear the first part of that. You want to go back, do that again?
Mario's line, or like the actual...
Yeah, Mario's.
Mario's line.
Pardon me. Mamma mia, why did we not come back sooner? Asked Mario on that subject.
Yeah.
Nodded Luigi.
We maybe could have done something about it. You know, maybe.
It all happened so fast.
Frowned Cherry as the three of them sat on a bench in the castle's courtyard.
Most of Mastermind's takeovers happened within a year, and they say that those who don't cooperate with him during the takeover get some kind of machine attached to their head, which turns them into his personal puppets. That's probably... what is my accent? That's probably where the name comes from.
Joey, we failed to inform you ahead of time that this is like, I mean, you clearly keyed in, but this is dystopian future Mario.
Yeah.
This is Mario movie Mario.
I love the fact that the name Waffle Kingdom is still uttered. I love that.
Yeah. That's probably where the name comes from. Okay. Mario curiously scratched his chin in deep thought. Who is this guy, really? Cherry answered.
He's the second-born son of Bowser, the first.
The Plumber brothers exchanged glances at each other. They knew full well of Bowser having at least one son, but not a second. Dang, they really just erasing the Koopalings before that was even canon. Let's see, they knew full well of Bowser having at least one son, but not a second. Hummed Mario. Well, that's a little surprising. But if he's a son of Bowser, then we can probably take care of him in a day or two.
So much funnier that they're not his kids, because that means Bowser just went to an orphanage and said, "Hey, you guys want to join my army?" And they're all like, "Fuck it, yeah, we don't have any parents."
Oh, that's brilliant. Just imagining that.
He went to an orphanage just so he could groom a bunch of children into being child soldiers.
No, the better part is it's like, who's gonna stop us? Our parents.
Let's see.
Oh no.
Oh no.
And they're into
Okay.
it, so they're all freaking doing it by choice.
As far as we know. But if he's a son of Bowser, then we can probably take care of him in a day or two.
You don't understand.
Shook Cherry's head.
They say he's more machine than Koopa. If what they say is true, then he must be far more powerful than any Koopa before him.
I mean, I've thrown a brick into a washing machine and that defeated it. A Cyber Koopa?
Gulped Luigi.
I gotta admit, we've never faced anything. I gotta admit, we've never faced anything like that before.
Problemo, gosh darn it. Problemo, Luigi, replied Mario. Nothing we can't fix around here.
Yeah, but Mario, mind control, hostile takeovers. It all sounds so.
Nothing to worry about. Who was Koopa, and we beat him all the time. Capire? I can barely make that. Capire? Luigi furrowed his brow at his twin, whom to him seemed a little too confident for his own good.
But
Echo? I apologize in advance to anyone who likes hearing words pronounced
I
properly.
apologize to everyone who had the misfortune of watching this show.
Eccoti, dai vieni, growled Mario as he tugged his brother by one of his suspenders away from the startled princess. Once secluded from her, pardon?
I personally apologize to my previous team leader who was Italian.
Once secluded from her, Mario leaned forward to whisper to Luigi. I know this is all new to us, Fratellino. Goodness sake, don't make the princess any more worried than she already is.
That's a weird phrase. That's like if I said for like ferret's sake. Actually, no, it's more like if I said that for Mexican's sake.
For the sake of Mexico.
Always and forever.
Viva la Mexico.
I didn't mean anything by it, Mario.
All right, muttered Luigi apologetically. Excuse me. all right. You have to try to stay on the positive side. It's not so hard. Or say nothing at all. Whatever works. Great! Mario then marched back to Princess Cherry, who seemed perplexed in their abrupt disappearance and reappearance. He then assured her with a smile. We've talked it over, and Luigi and I are more than ready to take on this,
Mastermind.
blinked the princess. Yeah, that's it. We're ready and willing to march right on over to that castle right now and...
Oh, wait.
She interrupted with hands waving.
You really shouldn't go off running yet so quickly. Besides, I thought it'd be best for us to give you two a proper introduction to the kingdom. I mean, it's been so long, and I know so many people who'd want to meet you.
Oh, okay, we'll take care of the hostile takeover later, but let's go sightseeing.
Yeah, cake and parade.
Ooh! You mean
Luigi.
like a party?
Yes!
Cheered the princess.
Oh, that sounds like a good plan. We'll throw a grand ball, a coming out ball. What do you say?
Oh my god, you're just straight up throwing a party in the middle of like of an invasion.
Let them eat cake.
That's worse.
I know it's messed up when you think about it, but yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Meat cake comes from.
Oh yeah, I know where it comes from, sort of.
The twins.
What?
The twins.
Yes. The twins looked at each other to think it over momentarily. Sure, the times were dark, and an evil mastermind of some sort was running around rampantly. But the Mario Brothers were never ones to turn away from a party.
Okay.
Why did Bowser just never throw them a party?
Oh, he does.
Just lock the door and fill it with
It's literally the equivalent of that one picture I saw of some lady in Ukraine going to Pizza Hut like 3 weeks ago.
Oh gosh. Anyway, that night.
Okay. Do you mind pausing for a minute? I need to use the bathroom.
Okay.
All right. Professionalism.
So, what have I been up to since the last time I've shown up? I have been earning money hand over fist doing my job. because they gave me a raise, and starting next week, I'm getting another raise.
Nice. I might
Congratulations.
quit mine because I hate my boss.
I like my boss. I also never have to see my boss, which helps.
I'm glad he doesn't target me, but he's like super unprofessional. Whenever there's a problem, he tells someone else to address it rather than just addressing it to the person he has a problem with. Also, he's super. Also,
Right.
or he'll just be like really condescending if he has an issue with someone. It'll always be like, I don't know who did this, but if they did it, this is ridiculous. Or just
Mhm.
working little snipes. I gotta close them.
F. I've also been live streaming again.
Congratulations.
That's why my software was still open when I came back.
You know, I'm I've known this for like probably several years. We don't actually know who said let them eat cake. It was not Marie Antoinette.
No, it was one of the aristocracy at the time.
Oh. But it was just falsely attributed to her.
It was falsely
Yeah.
attributed to her, but at the end of the day, she might as well have said it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess this castle party is just bread and circuses, so to speak. The Mushroom Kingdom has not yet been like hyper attacked by the mastermind.
That's fair. That's fair.
So
I'm
yeah,
going to go get some food and also some coffee.
my grandmother came in and said there's pizza downstairs. Like, how far are we in this chapter? About halfway through. Like,
Just
by
before
Harry's.
halfway, by the looks of the scroll bar.
Yeah, like, I might just snag a slice quickly. I'll be right back.
How devilish of you.
Always.
Alright, you guys may continue now.
Oh, they've gone to get food.
Oh, nice. These guys will be kind of just chilling. How's your streams been going lately? Because I've been noticing you've been streaming a lot lately.
Yeah, I've been getting averages of 4 people on a game that came out 20 years ago.
Hmm.
I've just looked at the other people playing Dark Cloud, and it basically means me playing Dark Cloud has led to 3 other people streaming it.
Nice.
Yeah, this person's not talking or watching their chat. Who are the other 2? Oh yeah, they've all started it really recently because I'm only just going on to chapter. Does that count as a chapter 0? I think so. I think I'm going on to chapter 4, and everyone else is in like chapter 1 and the beginning of chapter 2.
Oh.
This person's stream quality is garbage. And this person's just going into chapter 2 now. Yeah, I don't think anyone's talking.
Is Dark Cloud available on any like modern platforms?
PS4 and PS5.
Oh, cool. What about Chronicle?
PS4 and PS5, and Chronicle's the one I've been playing.
Okay.
But I've been calling my streams Dank Cloud.
How much did they go for?
I don't know, my brother bought them when they first came out.
Oh, okay.
Well, first got re-released.
Hmm.
We also bought them when they first came out. And...
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Has this person beaten the first chapter in under an hour? That's fucking awesome.
Guy's up there. Oh yeah, I guess since you're here, have you seen the Sonic movie before?
No, it's on Netflix, but I need to see it.
Okay, I was gonna say because I mean, if we could, it would be great if we like went to the cinemas when the sequel comes out.
Yeah, if you want to.
Yeah, because I mean, I was gonna watch it anyway, but if I can not have to just go there by myself, that'll be great. That'll be good. Just company. Okay, what am I doing?
Okay, so what am I looking for? Ah, right, I need to go into that folder.
Nice. Oh, Scrappy back?
I'm back.
Oh, hi.
I most certainly am.
Okay.
Hey, who's ready to watch the Oscars? Who's ready to? Because I think it's on right now, which is gonna be great. I love hearing 17 vagina jokes from Amy Schumer.
I don't follow that stuff, so...
I mean, it's funny that I'm complaining because that's my sense of humor. I'm just male Amy Schumer. I'm male skinny Amy Schumer.
I am here. I just had to get a snack.
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh.
I just ate a bowl of chicken noodle soup left over.
Hey,
Okay.
Scrappy, do you want to fly to England so the three of us can go watch the Sonic movie sequel together?
Sure, give me money.
Gosh.
Give me money too. I want to be able to get my own apartment. I also want to be able to move to England so that I can fight Joey to the death.
Oh God.
That would be an interesting battle. You should get that
It would
televised.
literally just be us try like halfway through. It would be like, all right, let's do a bit. Let's do a bit. So what if Fluttershy was, and then I just start sorting from a hat. Racist, misogynistic.
Oh no.
Alright, we ready?
Yeah, I just
I'm
kind
starting
of.
to realize I have like 3 jokes. Let's go.
The Mario Brothers, when everyone wants to turn away from a party. Let's see. That night, everyone who could, excuse me. That night, everyone who could was welcome to the castle's grand ballroom dressed to the nines. Jeeves was among many toad butlers serving drinks and pate to the guests. The ballroom itself was white-walled and gold-lined all along the walls and ceiling, topped off with a giant oval chandelier covered in diamonds. Such an event caused Mario and Luigi to dress themselves up in tuxedos. With Mario,
It's a weird wording. It caused them. It like the tuxedos had like tendrils like the Venom symbiote and took over their bodies.
that's how it feels sometimes. With Mario wearing a red bow tie and sash, while Luigi's were dark green. Aside from the fact that they were still wearing their plumber caps, they looked more dashing than ever. It was a much more complimentary look to their reputation as legends. Still, deep down, they were ready to attack the snacks and dance floor.
Very same.
At one point, Princess Cherry was talking to a tall, heavy-set woman wearing a lavender dress and a matching mink boa, holding a wand, holding a wand with small glasses attached to it. "So, Cherry," said the Duchess of Waterland, "I hear you've met 2 young men who may defeat the mastermind. Is that correct?" Cherry smiled sheepishly.
Oh, word does travel fast around here, doesn't it? Yes, Duchess. They're here, in fact. Wait till you see them. They're so charming and decent. And
They're
Just
so
then,
decent. They're so adequate.
Just then, Mario was walking by with goodness knows how many pastries in his mouth. He mumbled, crumbs dropping from his lower lip. He then took a huge gulp and proceeded to lick his gloved fingers. Somebody ought to tip the chef. These little taco thingies are great.
That's me with like any of those little. That's me with bacon wrapped jalapenos. Those are delicious.
I don't like jalapenos. So.
Oh, I love anything spicy.
I like
Hey
spicy.
guys, what's your favorite episode of Storytime? I like the one where Tanner rambled about jalapenos for 30 minutes.
Like bro, same. We'll talk about that on the. Oh.
Dude,
Somebody ought to tip the chef. These little taco things are great.
Whose
Wait,
line
that
is this?
implies that Mexico exists in this universe. Which may or may not also imply that we treat Mexicans the same way America does.
Host Arena exists.
Mario implies Italy, so you know.
They're called eclairs, Mario.
Eclair? Huh. I once heard of a princess by that name.
I think that's actually Mario speaking. Even though
That I
Luigi,
was gonna say, but you weren't saying anything, so
I was waiting for Joey to read the line, but
Well, it never implied whose line it was, so I didn't know if it was my character
Yeah.
or the Duchess.
okay. They're called eclairs, Mario. Eclair. Eclair. Oh gosh. Huh. I heard of a princess by that name. Bet she was no one as sweet as this. Oh,
This sounded
Susie.
real.
That was real. Oh, got to go get some more of those before Luigi puts them all away. He then trotted off. Sherry blushed as she turned her face to a disgusted Duchess. Charming and decent, I'm sure. The snotty Duchess marched off before Cherry could say anything. But then she figured it was just as well. The Duchess always was a little too fussy about her taste in men. Meanwhile, Luigi was having a misadventure of his own. While couples filled the dance floor during a waltz, he was eager to meet someone new. He didn't care who would dance with him, as long as someone would. The loneliness was almost too much to bear. Then at last, a young woman about his size came weaving through the crowd, looking for a dance partner of her own. Luigi was beside himself with shock. He recognized her dainty doll-like face, her sparkling blue eyes, her spunky reddish-brown hair, and her... Wait, that wasn't a yellow and orange dress she was wearing. It was teal and lavender this time. With that flower-shaped jewel on her dress collar, there was no mistaking it. He batted his eyes, as if waking from a long dream.
Daisy?
There was no way this girl walking around could be Princess Daisy of Sarasaland. She'd be over a century old. But Luigi couldn't help himself. He just had to see her up close and find out for sure. It took him a while to get to her, what with all the couples waltzing in the way, but he caught her right on time as she was about to step away from the dance floor. He grabbed her wrist, which gave her a gasping surprise. Okay, hold on. I'm very out of practice for what Daisy's supposed to sound like. Ah!
Neat.
Surprisingly good.
Thank you. Ah! Who are you? What do you want?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Completely reasonable reaction, to be fair.
Reasonable reaction.
Oh, I assumed I knew you, so I grabbed your shoulder with your arm without your consent.
Oh,
I just
gosh.
wrenched you to the side by your wrist.
What do you want? She blurted out in fear.
Daisy,
He smiled pleasantly.
it's me, Luigi.
Daisy? She furrowed her brow.
Don't you remember me?
He asked.
Oh, you remember my clone papa, though, don't you? He was Luigi 2. No, wait, I'm Luigi 2, he was Luigi 1. Oh, anyway. Gosh, you look just as I remember you.
I'm sorry, shook the young lady's head. I don't remember you.
But it's you! I know it!
He was still holding her hand and probably didn't even realize she was trying to pull herself away.
That probably just looks like her, dude.
Oh, fucking hell, mate. Brain, please.
On. Let go. Gosh darn it. Let go of me, you Let go of me, you creep. Guards! Luigi gasped in shock as he was suddenly surrounded by spears. Terrified, he let go of the young lady and grasped his chin instead. This gave the young lady a chance to make an escape, which she did. One of the Tanuki guards hissed at him.
How dare you attack Princess Dala? He's an honored guest.
Dahlia.
Dahlia, I can't read. I'm dyslexic.
Bro, same.
I'm actually not. I don't know why I couldn't read that.
The only reason I know is because I know about the flower itself, so.
And so is he.
Intervened Jeeves just in time. The guards raised their spear in honor of the castle's most prestigious groundskeeper.
I assure you, gentlemen, Mr. Mario here meant me no harm. It's all just a misunderstanding. Now go back to your lookout post.
The
Oh,
grudge...
by the way, I'm like 90 and I knew it wasn't her. I was at your first inference.
The grudged Tanuki guards left, while Jeeves patted a visibly shaken Luigi. Jeeves patted a visibly... He patted a visibly shaken Luigi on the back.
There, sir. There, sir. No real damage done.
See?
The plumber bowed his head in both humility and confusion.
It was her. I know it was her.
Princess Dahlia?
Blinked Jeeves.
Oh, she's the great-granddaughter of Queen Daisy of the Bean Kingdom. You know that people have granddaughters, right?
Bean?
Yes, don't you recall? She married that Prince Peasley a long time ago.
You were there, weren't you?
Or was that the other you?
Oh, poor dude. He was cryogenically frozen, and then he woke up and got cucked.
It all came back
Oh.
to him now. Luigi nodded very slowly as he faintly remembered what happened to his close donor so long ago.
Oh, I guess you're right.
Then he remembered Dahlia.
Mamma mia! I really gave her a scare, didn't I?
Jeeves chuckled.
Don't worry about Princess Dahlia. She's as much a firecracker as her grandmama. I can introduce her to you if you'd like.
No, that's okay.
Luigi shook his head sadly.
I'd probably just make a bigger fool of myself. Thanks, though.
Before Jeeves could comfort him anymore, Luigi made a quick escape from the scene. He was so embarrassed with himself that he decided to clear away from those who knew him best. It would seem as though being alone was, for the first time, being the best thing for him after all. Elsewhere, by a great staircase, Princess Cherry was taking some time away from the growing crowds. It wasn't that she was shy of her supporters, but rather she was looking for one particular guest, who hadn't appeared to show up yet. In her disappointment, she leaned on the banister of the lowest step and let out a deep sigh. From behind her, a dark figure with bright yellow eyes appeared. With great green arms with black bracelets on them, he reached out to her, grabbed her, and pulled her underneath the stairs before she could even let out a scream. But then he wheeled her around to reveal himself to her. An impressively large Koopa with a red short-cut mohawk and a beaded black collar around his neck, which matched his bracelets. Atop his head were bull-like horns. He smiled at her with fearsome fangs. Joey, can you handle this one?
Yep. We meet again, princess.
There was once a time when the princess of the Mushroom Kingdom would shudder or tremble at the presence of such a significant Koopa. But not this time,
Bruno,
retorted Cherry as she crossed her arms.
I've told you before not to scare me like that.
The young Prince of Koopas shrugged.
What? I can't help myself, Cherry. You're so fetching. Get it? Fetching.
That was a good fake out. Also, if you're gonna keep that voice, I gotta say, I would be terrified to date anyone with that voice.
Dystopian future.
Fetching tonight.
Christ.
Good
Sound
Lord
like Val
Almighty.
Kilmer's Batman.
I'm Bruno.
Just like
Harder.
Oh no. Wow.
I would be like, I feel like,
Why don't you come back? Why don't we sneak out and go?
I wish you
Hey,
didn't drive a van.
I stole
That
my
sentence would be
father's
so much
Corolla.
less creepy if you didn't drive a van. If you drove anything other than a van.
Hey, I stole my father's Toyota Helix. Let's go up into the woods and enjoy ourselves.
You mean sex, right? You're not gonna kill me, are you?
We'll
Because-
see where the night takes us.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I love it. Dude, that would be terrifying because everything that would sound innocuous if you were a couple would be so much creepier if it were with him. If it was just like, I think, I think we need a few minutes alone with this cliff. No, thank you. No, I meant we should. No, I meant we should make out. Oh,
Hey, let's step away to the balcony for a couple minutes.
yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh, dude.
I
Hey,
promise I won't push you off.
Why?
can I buy you a drink? Don't worry, I'll pay for.
Okay, now you're slipping back into Batman.
Anyway, let's see.
Did you know my parents are dead? Yeah, I'm troubled.
Oh gosh. Okay, so fetching, yeah. She then smiled at him warmly.
I'm sorry I'm lost because I'm blinded by the laughter. He smiled warmly with fangs from Princess. Fetching, smile. I was starting to think you wouldn't show up. Well,
You're still committing to
it's a good voice, alright?
you're still
Shane?
committing to the like serial killer or like a creepy pirate. Like the serial killer who might have a hook hand.
That's not right. Moving on. Change the voice next chapter, please.
I'll change it now. I'll make him suave in English.
Or oh, see that still sounds like a serial killer. It's just Ted Bundy now.
Shut up, Tanner.
Okay. Where was that line? Well, okay. Well,
Frowned Bruno.
your people and mine aren't exactly on speaking terms yet. You know, I had to sneak in here from the back.
That is,
That's it.
I'm so glad you changed the voice because that would have been way creepier with that line.
Speaking of our people. Oh, yes. My Cooper troops are already on the move. We're heading back to the Darkland. This is where I hope to find my father. Is he still alive? I'd say so. At least, I hope so.
The princess palmed his big, scaly cheek in comfort.
Ah, Bruno. So much has happened lately. Oh, you should meet the Barrier Lovers. They're here. The who?
Blinked the big Koopa prince.
Mario and Luigi. Or their clones, rather. Oh, it's a long story, but I'll tell you soon. The point is they're here, and they're willing to fight your evil uncle. Oh no. What? What's wrong, Bruno? My uncle. I just remembered. He's...
Boom!
It's Luigi with a shotgun. Just try and cuck me, you son of a bitch.
An entire wall of the ballroom exploded, or rather was bombed at that very moment. The
God, I
guests
have
fell
terrible aim.
The guests fell off their feet as the ground rumbled and tossed underneath them. Debris fell from the ceiling, and smoke filled the air. It took everyone a good 3 minutes to realize what had just happened. Just as some of the party guests were getting to their feet, a line of robotic Koopas marched through the hole in the wall, armed with long spears with laser nozzles at their ends. They lined up in formation, pushing everyone aside to
Gun
make
at that point. A rifle. Like a laser rifle. Okay, I'm being CinemaSins, I'm sorry.
That's fine. They lined up in formation, pushing everyone aside to make way for something even bigger. Just outside, one could hear the eerie sound of an airship making its landing. There was a long pause before the sounds of stomps came forward. The good people of the Mushroom Kingdom fell frozen with fear as a huge, almost fully metallic Koopa crawled through the hole where a wall once stood. This particular Koopa seemed to be built like a centaur, with a bipedal torso connected to a quadruped one at the hip. The frontal torso was armored and war-painted, so it was hard to tell exactly what its true shade was. Its shell spikes were actually a network of tiny clawed arms that could extend for several feet. Its long tail was forked like a vice. As for its head, it was masked with a silver replica of the old King Bowser, with red beacons glowing from its eyes and a red boa for hair. From a safe distance, Prince Bruno held onto Cherry protectively. He gulped.
I was going to say he's coming, but he's already here.
Did his dad fuck a Koopa?
Prince Bruno is a Koopa.
Like, he's twice Princess Cherry's
Mhm.
size, and very clearly described as, well, turtle.
I was going to say he's coming, but he's already here. The great centauric cyborg gazed slowly at the cowering people until his red eyes fell on two small men approaching him fearlessly. He knew right away who they were.
So,
He spoke in a vibrating voice.
these are the two legendary heroes I've heard about.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Hi,
Next time.
how you doing, Black Doom? I didn't know it was you.
I don't, because I don't have a robot voice, so
Fine,
I don't have like, I don't have a filter.
It's fine, but you have basically done Dr. Claw.
I know, we already made that. That's
Yeah.
basically what I'm doing. It's the only voice I have for this.
It works.
Mario raised an eyebrow at the creature. Oh, sorry. You know us. Not one to give away all of his secrets, the cyborg simply replied with,
I am the master. For you and waited for someone worth lunching me. But look at you. I find myself disappointed.
Mario and Luigi exchanged glances, I don't know. We're not as weak as you think, you big, ugly, whatever you are, replied Mario defiantly.
Is that so?
Grinned Mastermind under his mask.
In that case, I'm quite glad it is. Now that I've had a good look at you, I know who to shoot at. Oh shit, are those eclairs?
His one weakness.
Oh my god, are those bacon wrapped jalapenos? Holy shit, this party is bussin'.
See, he's not a bad dude. He just didn't get
I'll
the
be
smoke.
honest, like that, I just accept these as a peace offering. I love all of you. If you just let me have one of these.
And we wonder why these episodes go on till 4 in the morning.
Oh gosh. Okay, so there'll be no.
It's me.
Yeah, I kind of want to be done soon, so
All right.
We're
let's
almost
try,
there, actually.
Yeah, let's try and wrap this up, please.
There'll be no shooting around here.
Called out Princess Cherry, quickly making her way across the ballroom.
I will not allow it.
Oh, okay, then I guess I'll. Princess. I was
Mastermind slightly bowed his head to her.
I was hoping we could discuss a treaty. I mean, we kind of just did with. But maybe we can
Let us in.
casual. Seriously though, holy shit, these jalapenos.
No treaties, warned Mario. We're gonna settle this once and for all. the old-fashioned way. Let's take this outside.
Much talk from someone so small.
Hey!
Warned Luigi with a raised voice.
You better watch what you say! He's sensitive about his height!
Let's go! Right now! Growled Mario as he put up his dukes.
Oh, by all means.
Replied Mastermind.
I'm having too much fun with
Finish
this.
each other in front of all these innocent bystanders.
He has spent like 30 minutes discussing whether or not he's going to shoot them.
He waited for
I
Mario.
love that he's like,
At least I know who to shoot.
don't do that.
Okay.
He waited for Mario to lower his fist in regards of the helpless people all around him.
So,
Nodded Mastermind.
finish this, gentlemen. But we'll do so on my terms. We're on top of you, dear. It'll be the last place you'll ever see. I didn't do the one.
Uncle!
Cried out a voice. Everyone turned to see another big Koopa coming their way. Only this one was a lot smaller and less threatening than the Mastermind.
Bruno!
Hissed the big cyborg.
I should have known you'd come to.
Mario and Luigi quietly reacted to this enlightenment with a pair of dumbfounded faces.
Leave them alone, Uncle.
Warned the young Koopa Prince.
This should be between you and me. Leave the Mario brothers out of this.
I would, dear nephew, but it seems they insist on going to war. Feel free to join them in. At least then, you will be reunited with your father.
Okay, Scar.
Dragon breath puffed through Bruno's nose in fury, but Cherry held him back from charging fully at the cyborg.
Well, this has been fun.
Mused
Seems
the
I've
Mastermind.
But it seems I've outlived my
His
But-
sleigh.
my sleigh, Queen. Go, troopers. Fall back to the airship. I'm
Yes.
out of here. Deuces, bitches.
His mindless soldiers obeyed and marched back out of the leveled wall.
Until we
That's
meet
all.
again.
The Mastermind bowed to his enemies and took the jalapenos, and with fully metallic back legs, he crawled out of the scene and into his parked airship outside.
I like that. Comes back down.
I should probably get some water too.
Sire, we got Beppis on the ship.
Dude, those are carbonated. I'm eating jalapenos.
What the hell?
The Mario.
Oh my god.
That is going to ignite my mouth.
Oh Christ, I missed this so much.
The Marios, along with Prince Bruno and Princess Cherry, followed quickly behind him, but watched from the ground as the dark airship quickly launched itself into the air. Yeah, Che mostro! Gosh darn it. Some expletive. Expletive here! Screamed
Fact.
Mario as he threw down his cap in fury.
Mario,
Chirped Luigi nearby.
watch the blood pressure now.
With his anger still unsatisfied, Mario turned his attention to the only Koopa left present, Bruno. You! Why didn't you stop him from attacking the castle? Bruno defensively raised his claws.
I couldn't. I mean, I tried to. Please don't blame Bruno.
Frowned Cherry.
Bluno.
Bruno, nice. He's got nothing to do with this.
Mario looked back and forth at the princess and the large green Koopa. I engaged with this guy?
Racist.
Holy shit.
Racist.
Oh.
I know. Just I mean, you warned me, but it's still fucking hilarious.
Mario's racist.
Dude, I'm imagining now Paper Mario. They all go in for the final battle with Bowser. They all go in with to the final battle with Bowser, and and it's just like, oh, by the way, Terry, you stay here. I don't like you.
Oh, jeez. Let's see.
Sorry.
Yes, she replied nervously. Again, he looked back and forth at the human woman and the reptilian man. Crazy?
Mario!
Snapped
Sorry,
Luigi.
I lost my place.
Snapped Luigi. Look at this! The mess that guy made here. The castle has been attacked, Luigi. And we're just supposed to stand here and do nothing? Ah! Bruno bravely stepped forward once Mario had slightly calmed down.
Now you know how desperately we need help. I'll be glad to assist you, but first I need to find my father, the true king of the Koopas. He's been missing, you see.
Mario sighed deeply as he hung his head in exhaustion. You're right. I'm sorry I snapped at you. Also for being a racist.
It's okay. I'm used to it.
Jeez, man, what kind of... Jeez, man,
How
what kind
long
of...
have I been gone?
I know. I'm used to this. Dang.
Damn.
They've not even been around for Koopa War 2.
Oh, gosh. The little man... That's a descriptor, okay? Mario then turned to the princess apologetically. I'm very sorry, Bambina Mia.
This me?
Yes,
Cool. It's alright.
she nodded.
And don't worry about the wall. We can get the place cleaned up in no time.
The little plumber... Goodness. The plumber balled a fist in determination. I'm not gonna let him get away with this. Luigi, starting tomorrow, we're gonna join up with the police force and start our own army of resistance fighters.
Oh my god, he shouted racist things and now he's joining the police force.
Oh
God.
dear.
He's following the pipeline.
He's
Hey.
American.
Yeah.
Or at least he's trying to
Honestly, a lot of Italians are pretty racist, so.
Welcome to New York.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
yes.
I'm getting at.
Anyway, goodness gracious, this is an episode.
We're almost there.
Mastermind wants a water. Give him one he'll wish he never started.
Yeah.
Luigi replied with his own bald fist.
But first let's clean up this mess, eh?
Mario nodded. If there was anything else they were good at besides plumbing, it was also carpentry. I see what they did there.
That's cute. I get it.
They headed off to get tools right then and there. Meanwhile, the young princess clasped hands with her fiance and gave him an assuring smile.
If those two really are the legend describe, then the kingdom is in good hands. I hope you're right, Cherry.
Bruno gave her a half smile.
I so hope you're right.
And, oh, that's nice. They actually gave Italian translations.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was
yeah.
commenting on earlier.
That's good.
Storms the castle a second time.
I know I said I'd leave after I got the jalapenos, but I forgot the eclairs.
You know what? I'm just going to take the chef with me.
I'll kidnap him. I'll make him.
Fuck the princess. I want that chef.
Huh.
I'll lock him in the basement and force him to watch hours of cooking tutorials on YouTube.
You know I already know how to cook that stuff. You could just like tell me what you want me to make.
It's like, this guy's like Michelin fucking star, and it's just like, bruh.
Yeah.
So, Shea Mostoro? Or Shea Mostoro? What a monster. Okay, so appreciated translations. I wish I had provided a pronunciation guide as well.
I also want to mention that Mario being racist in the last half also makes every sentence he said about beating Koopas like, if it's a Koopa, we know we can beat it. Way more sus.
Mm-hmm. I mean,
Hmm.
implying it wasn't sus in the first fucking place.
There are questions, like there are legitimate questions to be had about how the non-hostile portion, the non-hostile Koopa population of the Mushroom Kingdom feels about Mario, who constantly steps on their people.
I would also like to point out from what I've seen of the plot, like, this could have been resolved with like a white peace and like a treaty and everything. It's like two guys were just like, you what, bruv? You want to go? And he's like,
I
well,
mean,
fuck your treaty.
I also love that he showed. If he just like, I also love that he showed up and was like, I know who to shoot. First of all, don't tell them that. I guess that was a threat. He wasn't going to shoot them there. Of course, yeah. Yeah, I also love that I also love how this is just every fan like dark trope I could possibly think of. I'm not calling it good. I really don't think this is good at all, but I'm having a good time. Also, Mario's racism was resolved really quickly.
it might flare up a few more times. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've read the story.
I still can't get over that fucking voice I almost gave to the character, to Bruno.
Thank goodness you changed it.
It would have been funny though.
We would have never finished the episode.
Let's head back to this dimly lit bathroom.
Okay, well, I was happy I can kind of key into Mario again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luigi was fun. I also love that Luigi just didn't immediately put together, oh, it's Daisy's descendant.
Hmm.
He's
You know,
just,
people have grandchildren, right, Luigi?
he didn't think.
I mean, most people our generation might.
Oh, but he honestly, he was in denial. The knowledge that that Daisy had grandchildren means that Daisy also had kids. Oh, poor bastard.
Yeah.
Well, I've enjoyed this so far.
I can't wait to not be available for the next 5 parts of this.
I also can't think. Honestly, that's pretty fitting. I can't think of a more Luigi thing to happen than to go into cryostasis for like 30 years, wake up, and then figure out that someone's banging your girl.
100 years actually.
Yeah.
He's been missing for a while.
Ah.
So
I thought you said 30. I am dumb.
yeah, they've been.
I am not intelligent.
Drap.
So yeah, I think I said most of my thoughts on chapter 1. I'm enjoying it so far. As like there's a. I'll be more judicious than Tanner is right now, but. Even acknowledging that there are more fanfic tropes. What am I trying to say? Even acknowledging that there are multiple fanfic tropes rolled up into like a burrito in the story, I'm enjoying it.
This really is a cliche idea.
I'm gonna start using that. Yeah, well, even so, I'm enjoying it. It's like the Mega Man X of Mario stories, so I guess there's some novelty to that.
I was gonna say, I think Proto Man is a more appropriate metaphor.
I
think both work.
Yeah, I was thinking of X because of just the whole. We are the last creations of this one scientist.
Yeah. That's funny that Wily had a bunch of like
Wily essentially was a cartoon villain that had a new scheme every week, and one of them just accidentally ended the universe, ended the world.
The whole bridging from like Mega Man Classic to X is just very bleak when you think about it. Okay, so I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying voicing Mario again. Like he's certainly a firecracker in this
Oh
story.
yeah, I do like how abrasive this Mario is.
Yeah, he's an asshole, straight up.
He is. No, he is. He's really like belligerent and sarcastic and racist.
Oh my gosh. Let's see. So yeah, there's some interesting stuff in later chapters. I won't say too much, but whenever we get back to this, it'll be interesting to see reactions.
Yeah, knowing us, it'll be like another month before another episode.
Probably. So
We make content.
Yeah, right.
Like, so what else is happening? I don't know. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say whatever the next episode we do. I don't know what we're reading. It'll depend on.
We have like 5 different projects at this point.
Yeah.
I know of 2. Oh, Storytime alone has 5, but like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, because we have this. We have what was that?
This
And actually,
Scooby Doo
now
story.
3.
Oh yeah, we have Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
We have that
The Toho
thing.
story.
Yeah, we had the Toho story, and we have whatever the thing that Gary suggested.
Total drama.
Yeah.
Job.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is there anything else we're doing?
I mean, technically we're supposed to read my Mario story, but that's
Me and Scrappy are kind of working on a fic, but not really.
Okay, so yeah, we got stuff. We just need people.
Yeah. Oh, we need to start. We keep saying that we need to start asking around, see if people want to actually do this.
I tried. I failed.
You didn't fail. You found someone. They just haven't shown up.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying I did, Michael?
Yeah.
Yes,
I also need to be. I also need to be like smart about how I ask people as well, because I don't want to just come into like a random server that I've like talked in at like one time and just be like, yo, you want to do a fanfic show?
Yeah.
Be right back. Gonna text my invisible girlfriend. Ask her, hey baby, you want to read the Super Mario show?
Yeah.
Oh, you think someone? Good for you.
I wish.
Hey yo, girl. I
You
need
say
someone.
one-
Hey yo, girl. I need someone to play Roger once this fic is finished.
And then the camera like pans out and it's just an amiibo.
Don't worry, guys. I'm working on it. I just need to match with someone that's actually within 10 miles of me on Tinder.
Best of luck. Okay, so yeah, that's about all I got. I don't know, Joey, what were your thoughts on what little you had to read?
I'm enjoying it. I mean,
That's
I'm an
good,
edgelord
that's good.
and I like trash, so.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I like edgy shit too, dude.
Yeah, you like that?
Yeah, I do. God, yeah. Well, he's read it, so.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
So
He is.
There's a lot of Tumblr in there. You can't deny it.
That's true. That's true.
Anyway, Harry, what are your thoughts so far?
I pretty much I don't have much to add from the last chapter, but I'm entertained. It's funny. I like how it's. I don't know, just the idea of Mario having this like future setting that's all like messed up is entertaining.
Yeah.
Like
There was a movie
it's
like that.
yeah, it's like done in sort of a straight way, but it knows that it's like completely ridiculous, so it's just fun to poke fun
That
at.
is one part of the charm. It's not
Yeah.
quippy about it either. It never Joss Whedon's it where it acknowledges its silliness, which I like a lot.
Yeah,
Or
I
it kind of does, but it never draws attention to
Yeah,
it. It
it's-
sort of
yeah.
expects you to kind of be in on it.
yeah, it's I like it because it knows it's ridiculous and it's just inherently funny. It doesn't just like put like go like haha look at how silly this is and all that. It just
No,
inherently
exactly.
is, and I
It's it never draws attention to
Yeah,
it. It's
yeah,
the best word, I guess, is it's camp. I guess.
yeah. I enjoy comedy like that. I don't like comedy where
Yeah.
it's like super in your face, like it is
Oh yeah.
demanding you to laugh every second.
No, yeah.
So yeah, I like that about it.
Kind of remind a good example. I
Yeah.
guess like anything Sam Raimi makes, like Evil Dead 2 has a lot of really goofy stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but it is, yeah, you're just expected to know it.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's not blowing my mind or anything, but I don't think it's really written to be like that. So I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Okay, well, I guess that's all I have. Yeah, just this episode ran for about 2.5 hours, so I'll try to make this quick. Hi, everything we've said, I'm personally sorry for. Can't speak for anyone else, but I'm definitely sorry for all of it. Because it went on so long, I can't remember everything. I probably have to apologize for. So
I'm sorry for some of it.
I'm sorry, Joey's British.
I'm sorry for existing.
you should never be sorry for that, Harry.
No, you're great. You're a good dude.
Harry, if you want, I can fix it for you, but then I'd be sad.
Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
That is
that's dark.
Listen, dude, I feel like being sad would be the least of your concerns there.
This ended dark.
All right, so
It's funny.
if anyone wants to audition for recording this series,
Oh,
hit
no.
us up at storytime with Scrappy business@gmail.com.
Please.
And by that he means a C-Sprain Gmail account.
Yeah.
I mean,
or my actual Scrappy Fan 92 email account.
I mean,
Or
considering
just leave a comment on the YouTube upload that you're probably watching this on,
I mean,
and
yeah.
we'll just indoctrinate you from that.
Also,
Yes.
Joey won't be around anymore, so
I mean, I was gonna say though, since we stream on the Seaspring channel now, like, there's nothing stopping from someone else from doing the recording. Just saying.
Oh, but then you'd ruin your perfect attendance streak, Harry.
I mean, I'll still like show up and all that, but I don't necessarily always need to be the one recording.
that would be great if you just kept this energy up throughout every episode. You just started making passive-aggressive little snipes. And here with us is Harry. Yeah, I'm here.
I mean,
I always am.
I mean, if someone else records, that also means that I'm free up for actually doing a voice, I guess.
Oh, that actually would be fun.
I mean,
oh great! I can write more Ruby.
Why do you always make me do the high-pitched characters?
Because you indoctrinated me into Love Live. This is payback.
Oh
Jeez.
God, yeah, no, you deserve that, dude.
He tried.
That was like,
He tried so hard. It didn't work.
how long was
He got so far, but in the end, it didn't even matter.
How long ago even was that? Like 3 years?
Mm-hmm.
Approaching original series when we started watching, that was like July of 2018. So
Oh my good
3.5.
lord almighty.
Jesus.
So-
Stop telling me I'm old. The PS2
Oh,
great.
stop
Can
telling
I
you you're
just
old?
go back to that?
Yeah, Gravity Falls will be a decade old in June. Galaxy 1 will be 15 years old in November or so.
Oh my God, Galaxy. Jesus, I was 10.
Jeez.
No, I wasn't 10.
I think, was it Unleashed is like, what, 14 years old by now?
Getting there.
Oh my god.
I'm
So-
currently streaming a 19-year-old game.
Yeah.
You're streaming
I mean,
Enter the Dragonfly?
Oh, you should totally stream that.
No.
That would be hilarious.
No.
So-
I own Sonic 06 because of a fucking stupid joke between me and Harry.
Yeah.
That sounds about right.
Have you-
I have no idea if my copy actually works.
You need to play.
That's-
You need to get your brother and stream multiplayer.
No.
It would be funny as hell.
I love the no, I don't want to do that.
So-
He already comes into like half my streams anyway, and I don't invite him for those.
But yeah,
Oh, because you
seriously
don't use
though,
it. You wouldn't know anything about that.
yeah, but seriously though, if like anyone else has the capability to record, then be my guest.
I was
And-
joking, but all right.
For the record, I was invited, and I have reasons for not wanting to record for C's Brain right now.
Well, no, I mean for story time specifically, not the like commentary stuff.
I mean that as well, but no. Also, if I was recording, we couldn't start until like after midnight.
Yeah, I mean that's fine. I mean it's more of a case of like if it's possible for anyone, then you know.
Does
There
Savior
you
not have
go.
access to the C's Brain account?
I mean anyone can. You just need to get like the password and whatnot, which I can give to the C's guys. Or, like
Hey
the people that
everyone,
actually.
if you're listening, we'll give you our password and our
No.
personal information if you want to
Yeah.
record for us.
No.
Yeah, Harry, if you could just put all our bank details and the C's Brain passwords on screen right now.
Here's my social security number, by the way. I don't need
Yep.
it. I've
Yeah,
got
my
like
tax-
three other bank accounts. I'm legally 3 different people, actually.
Okay, I think this is going off the rails. I think we should just wrap up.
The fuck are
Okay,
rails?
so what, Joey?
The fuck are rails?
Yeah, we've gone off the rails and fell off the track and then fell off those tracks and then on
We
those
just crashed into a maternity ward.
yeah and then and then we've gone backwards
Yeah. Somehow.
and then we've fallen into a volcano.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so story time will eventually return, and yeah, that's about all I can promise you. I'm not going to promise anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've prolonged this ending enough.
Okay, so
Follow me at Bootleg Raccoon. I stream every day around 12 a.m. GMT. Or is it PM? The middle of the day. When the sun's out, but it says 12 on your clock.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I guess follow me, usual stuff, and I kind of just stream whenever.
I
Yeah,
write fanfics.
Gross.
I guess read those.
Hmm.
Working on a little series. That's a fan thing. I also have the Twitter at Hedgehog Daddy if you want to read terrible tweets. Yes, that's my name.
Not quite
I
as
have-
good as Smash Daddy.
oh dear, I have very little social media to advertise, so I will not bother. We thank you all. Pardon.
Actually, it's at Hedgehog Daddy 1.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I only need one more follower and I've got 100 followers on Twitch.
Nice.
Yes, we thank you for joining us for story time with Scrappy and friends. I, again, would just like to apologize for everything on my behalf. I can't speak for anyone else. We will return with another story somewhere in the future, and we're getting closer to our 2-year anniversary, so stay tuned for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is it, April 7th? So clear your calendars
It's
out.
right before the Sonic movie, I think.
Oh my god, nice. We should do a Sonic fic.
Yeah,
Maybe.
yeah. I mean, we were gonna do a Charmy fic a long time ago, but that never actually fell through.
It was.
Son Amy, spicy.
I mean, I could find one. I'm sure there has like law of
There's-
averages dictates there's got to be at least one. That's good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you find
Yeah.
if you find a non-NSFW one, I'm actually happy to be in that.
Sure.
I'll keep that in mind. Yes.
Straight up, we
I guess.
could just do a reading of the Archie comics.
I mean,
I mean, I could. That could be an interesting special event.
I'm not sure how that
Okay,
would really
so-
work though.
That's
Before-
that's its entirely own series.
Yeah, exactly.
And that would.
before
Yeah.
I sign out, I just would say that just to bring this back up, we did have a charming story on deck. It was meant for Ethan, but he's not here anymore, so I guess we'll just read it on our own down the line.
Yeah, we'll figure something out with that because Ethan's just like I think you mentioned it at one point before, like Scrappy, but he's basically gone through early retirement. he doesn't want to do stuff. He doesn't want to do story time anymore.
Did I drive him off?
I think
don't
he just.
think so. I think he's just not interested right now.
I think he
No,
just.
that's
Yeah, I think he just lost interest, just flat out.
Imagine having interest in fanfic readings.
I guess on the topic of driving off, yes, let's just. I'm
Yeah.
saying this to myself as much as I answer the rest of you, but reel it in at points. I'd like to not scare off people before they even join.
Yeah, that's fair.
Or worse, have people join because of our tangents.
So, I'll go scouting for more people eventually. I'll try to continue writing my solo stuff in the meanwhile in case we need stopgaps. And, yeah, we'll return in the future.
Yep.
Words will be read. Those words will be written by someone.
They will probably be slurred and stuttered as we read them.
And if I find any good fixed sued for this show, then I'll try and forward them to Scrappy, and we'll go from there.
So, until next time, this has been a long tangent. We bid you a good night.
Hey,
Hey, y'all.
see ya.